Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'll be bringing you a installation tutorial for the Anno 2070 mod 2170 A.R.R.C. So what we want to do first is quickly, if you haven't already got Anno 2070 and its expansion Deep Ocean, you'll need to purchase and install both of those, whether it be on disk, the Uplay Store, or on Steam. Once this is done, we'll want to go to a new tab, type in Anno 2170, and it'll be the top listing. Now you can go through all these tabs and all this here during your own time if you'd like. If you just want to get to the mod, tab on the side, downloads, scroll down to the bottom and you will find A.R.R.C version 2.09. Either mirror is fine. I usually go with the recommended one because it says recommended for a reason, I suppose. Now the mod is for about 415 megabytes. It's not too big. And we'll also want to download this Anno cookie tool, and I'll get to that a little later. So you want to download version 0.32. Again, either mirror is fine. Once this is done, before we continue, if you've just done a clean install of Anno on Steam, and you'll need to do a first-time setup. So you'll need to run the game at least once before trying to install the mod, otherwise you'll run into a ton of problems. And also, if this is your first time opening the game, and you do not have Uplay already on your PC, the game, when you hit play, will try to install Uplay. And if you don't already have an account, I suggest you go get an account first for Uplay. Now, I don't like DRM on top of my DRM. It's just something we have to work around in order for this to work. Now, if you're like myself, when Uplay tries to install when playing Anno the first time, it doesn't work. For me, it didn't work. And for many others, if you go to the reviews of this game in Steam, give it a thumbs down because the game just doesn't launch. What happens is it tries to launch Uplay, it stops responding, doesn't log in, doesn't open the game, and it crashes, and that's that. Now, the way I found to get around this is going into my computer, locate where Uplay installed to, uninstall it, and delete the files or folders that are left behind. What you then want to do is go and open into a new tab, Uplay, Home, up top here, and download and install it manually. This will also require you to get an account, which you'll need for the game anyway. So once that's done, and you've gone into Anno, you've tweaked the graphical settings to what you'd like, it's running fine, what we then want to do is go about installing the mod. So extract the download to wherever you'd like. I've got it on the desktop here. You'll need to run it as administrator if you're not already. Yes, hit next, next again, and I accept the terms of usage. If you're running either Anno Cookie, and I'll get to that in a second, or this mod, and depending on what type of antivirus security you have, it may see it as a virus or an unwanted program. Turn it off or ignore it. It's not. I've tested it. Many other people have tested it. The mod authors would not put up something so shady. So now we come to one of the first options. It will ask you if you would like a colored icon pack on Ice Blue. Ice Blue is the game's default for its icons. These are things like unit or island plugins of sorts. I like color, so I'll hit that and hit next. And finally, if you saw my mod overview, the only way to get access to the map I was using is to install this map pack. It is only available with this map pack. So we'll hit next, and then it will finally ask you to install the mod to a location. You'll need to install it to wherever Anno 2070 installed, depending on whether you bought it through the Uplay Store or on CD or on Steam. For me, it's on Steam, so we'll go to Computer, C Drive, Programs, Steam, Steam Apps, and then Common, and it's usually up the top. Now, I've already got it installed, so I'm not going to continue any further. For you, all you'll need to do is once you've located and you've changed the installation path, hit next, and it'll take about a minute or two to install. And that's all you'll need to do for the mod. Once that's done, we're going to start up a game. Just let it run quickly. It'll have to open Uplay and run it through Uplay. Okay, there we go. Now, if you haven't already noticed, I'm running ReShade on SweetFX 2.0 for this game. Again, everything I've discussed in this video, there'll be links in the description below to download, including my SweetFX settings if you like them. If you want to know what they look like, I'll quickly demonstrate that after we get the mod to work, because, okay, if you've opened the game previously, you will notice you're missing a few buttons here. Things like the World Council vote and such. You'll see down the bottom it says game modding detected. The game comes with a mod detector, which automatically puts you in offline mode if it finds any altered game files. Now, this is where the Anno cookie tool comes in handy. Thank you, devs, for foreseeing this. So, all you'll need to do is find where you've downloaded, extract. You'll only need the exe file. I've got it already on my desktop, and all you have to do is hit run. Now, what this tool does, all it does is it will locate that you've opened the Anno game. Now, you'll need to have the game already open for this to work, otherwise it will say incomplete or whatever, and then it will scan for the mod detector. Once it's found it, it will ask you to hit any key, and it will disable it as such. There we go, and I'll just hit spacebar. Now, if we go straight back into the game, it'll already say attempting reconnection. Now, this is what you want to see. So, quickly, while that's doing that, I will load into a game while it's attempting to reconnect. So, I'll quickly show you the difference with the SweetFX running and the SweetFX not running. And then I will... okay, let's just do that now. Now, for those of you wondering how to access this map that I was playing on in my mod overview, after we quickly demonstrate the difference between SweetFX and non-SweetFX, I will quickly show you the options and settings that are needed in order to run it. Now this map is the largest size map you can get in the game. I would highly recommend, depending on your hardware, your system hardware and specs, you may not want to run this map, especially during late game. I'll put my specs in the description below, but for those who are wondering right now, I'm running a Titan X, an i7 4790K, both of which are overclocked, and running 16 gig of DDR3 memory, 2133 megahertz. So the game does sort of begin to lag towards the end. I'm running at a pretty decent 60 frames per second at the moment during late game with all 3 factions and 6 AI. So this is the game with SweetFX, and if I hit scroll lock, it should. And this is the game without. So basically all it's done is it adds a bit of a vibrance, a bit of bloom, sharpening, that sort of thing. I like it so much more than the game's original, realistic color palette that it's going for. If you're a person that's played Anno 1404, you will have you'll have the same opinion, I guess. Oh, look at that! It's actually wet on there. That's really cool. Really cool indeed. So, as you can see, depending where I am on the map, 45, anywhere from 45 to 50 to 70 FPS. So around 60, averaging 60. When I first started the game, it was running at a nice, buttery smooth 110, but that will vary for everyone. So if we hit exit Anno. Now, just a word of warning. Not word of warning. Afterwards, you can hit any key to exit Anno cookie, and that will be that. So the mod should work for you fine. If you're looking for the ReShade, all you'll need to do is type into a new tab, ReShade. You can spell correctly. Oh bother. Again, links will be in the description below. Scroll down the bottom. I have SweetFX 2.0 running on ReShade. Download that. Extract the contents of the RAR file to the desktop or wherever you like. Now, this is only a one-time setup. Once it's done, it's done. All you'll need to do is, it comes with both a 32-bit DLL and a 64-bit DLL. The game runs on 32-bit. hit ReShade, yes, and I'll ask you to select the game. You'll have to search for it the first time, so we'll hit Anno, hit open. Normally it will try and auto-detect whether or not it runs on, if you want it to run on DirectX 8, 9, 10, or 11. I just use DirectX 10 or 11. It's only got an option for both. And then you can hit Run Game. You'll never have to touch it again, and you'll have SweetFX. To enable and disable in game is simply hitting Scroll Lock as default. My settings, if you want to use them, they'll be in the description below. You'll need to replace the default SweetFX settings here with mine, and that should be it. That's all you'll need to do. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below. I'll try to get to as many of them as possible. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and subscribe because I care about you people. I want to put out more videos and I need you to do that. And yeah, I wish you all a good night because we all got to sleep sometime. Peace!